Hello, welcome to LTC Heroes. My name is Peter Murphy Lewis, and I'm at HIMSS. I have been live streaming all day long with the leaders of tech and healthcare, and I'm excited because the first person that I'm talking to that is not from the US, he's from France. I want to welcome Clement Goehrs. He's the CEO and co-founder of Synapse Medicine. Clement, welcome to LTC Heroes Live.
Thank you. Super excited to be here.
So, Clement, I like to start off really quickly because this is the first time I've come to HIMSS. Why did you come to HIMSS?
Well, like you said, I'm from France. I'm a public health physician. And so I'm the co-founder and CEO of a company operating in Europe and France. We are now leading in this country, and we are starting to expand in the US. So that just seems like a natural step to be here today in order to try to expand in the US.
And who is the type of person who's interested in Synapse? Why are they coming over to our booth right now?
So right now we'll talk about that, but we are focusing on something called medication reconciliation. So that's for hospital, and our main user are clinical pharmacists and physicians inside hospital. So we are mainly talking with health system, a large hospital, pharmacists, and more broadly people that are passionate about medication reconciliation and clinical pharmacy.
What could Synapse do for a long-term care facility or even a resident? Because I know that you also work with B2C.
Yeah. So a number of things, because dealing with medication is a nightmare for everyone, and especially in long term. There are several trends right now. People getting older, of course, more and more chronic disease, and all these patients take a lot of medication. So that's where we are really providing value. I'll give you one example. In France, we are now leading the way in helping patients manage what we call oral chemotherapy. That's something new because for sometimes in the past, people with this kind of treatment were treated inside the hospital. And so with oral chemotherapy, now they are being treated for 5 years, 6 years, sometimes 10 years at home. So that's better for them. But there's a whole new set of challenges to really adapt the side effects, get them up to date with all the information regarding to treatments. And so we have to reinvent the way we are treating these patients in the long term. And so we are providing a set of solutions for both physicians, pharmacists, and patients for the whole flow of information regarding drug adherence, side effects, managing the information.
What is on the acute side of things, who is your happiest customer and why are they happy with you?
So I'm lucky because I would say that my happiest customer is the largest hospital in Europe. Actually, it's in Paris. It's called APHP, and there's a number of hospitals. It's very, very big. And actually, we've designed the tool for medication reconciliation with them, starting with really like sketch with them and saying, okay, what your dream tool would be. And we've designed that, we've built them with them, so they're super happy with the tool. And after that, they came to us saying, okay, we want more, and we want help regarding oral chemotherapy. We want help regarding long-term care. And so we've done that with them. And so since they are involved with developing the tool, they are super happy right now.
And give me a little bit of your background. How did you get into healthcare tech?
Yeah, that was not my plan initially. So I'm a public health physician by background. So I was always passionate about helping patients, of course, and having as much as an impact I can have, not just on one patient, but on many, many patients. And so one day, just out of curiosity, I came to something called a hackathon. So that's something where you come on the weekend and you're trying to develop very quick a solution. And I said, okay, that's so cool. And I want to build things in health tech. And so after that, I did a master's degree in biomedical informatics, first in France. And I moved to Stanford when I discovered a number of things. And I started to just build things regarding medications management, and people wanted to buy that. And so I started a company.
And so you're bringing Synapse to the first time to the US. Is the US market aware of this problem that you are starting to solve? How fast do you think you'll enter? And what are your 2022 and 2023 goals?
So the US market is very, very much, of course, in this topic. There was a lot of things regarding medication safety. Of course, the opioid crisis was one big thing, but more broadly, every country in the world has this kind of problem, but it's just super complex to address. And so, yes, we are already working with some kind of hospital, such as Vanderbilt and Brigham and Women. So we had a very quick adoption. So we have huge plan for this year trying to work with maybe 10 or 20 hospitals this year, and we'll see after.
What are your biggest challenges in the next 18 months as a company, as a founder?
As a company and founder, since we are now operating in 7 different countries with a team of just 100 people, like execution is everything. We have to be super laser focused on everything because we operate in Europe, we operate in Japan, we are now launching in the US. So execution is everything. I think we got super strong traction, super cool team, super cool strategy, but now it's all about executing all of that.
I walked into this back room, and I've walked the entire floor. This is the biggest convention I've ever been to, and I've walked back and forth the floor. I got my 10,000 steps in at like 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
This room back here, the innovation room, is particularly interesting. There's a lot of new startups. There's a lot of innovation. There's a lot of foreigners. Tell me, have you interacted with anyone today? Have you been able to interact with other entrepreneurs that you're excited about and you've heard about?
Actually, not that much because I'm super happy. We had so much people on our booths and so much people wanted to talk with us. So I did not have the time to interact with the small startup. I plan to do something like that tomorrow. I talked to some of the biggest players here, but I must say I'm super excited with the number of people we've met today and the number of people that are super passionate about what we are doing. So that's super cool.
Clement, thank you so much for joining LTC
Thank
Heroes
you.
Live. I hopefully everything that you are applying and helping in acute can come over to post-acute. We appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Super excited.
Talk
Thanks
to you
for
soon.
having me.